Hey there, Scorpio. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to November. My apologies for October being out the window, not being able to get to you then, but stuff on my plate. I hope you guys are fantastic. Please show me energies for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of November 2020. Happy birthday, by the way. Show me energy for the sign of Scorpio, November 2020 for Scorpio. So I'm going to pull cards. You first have the Nine of Swords coming out. Four of Pentacles. Sorry for the creaking. You had these two fly out together, Death in reverse, as well as the Two of Cups. Two more cards. Knight of Pentacles coming out in reverse. The Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords here. Sorry for the glare, you guys. Okay. So it feels here, Scorpio, that kind of the crux of this energy is potentially either communicating with somebody who maybe from the past you've lost touch with, something that feels like you are compelled, or somebody is feeling compelled to communicate with you, to come back into your life, to maybe rectify something that has gone down the tubes or disappeared. It seems like there was a dissolve in a relationship, and it doesn't have to be a relationship of love and romance. It can be children, family members, friends, however it works for you. But there's an element here with the Death card and the Two of Cups in reverse where it's almost as if like something prevented us in the past from truly committing to a relationship, or maybe seeing the potential of a relationship even though there was love established between you. Because right now with the Nine of Swords and these Four of Pentacles here, I'm feeling a lot of restriction. I'm feeling a lot of mental I feel compulsion to like do something and create a change. That's what I'm feeling, but I'm also feeling a lot of worry and holding myself back from communicating or opening up. That's what I'm also feeling. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's almost as if here we have a situation with somebody who either cannot commit or will not commit. Even it's almost as if like the compulsion is to do it, but the outcome is to not do it and regret. That's what it feels like. So I'm just going to use this. I'm going to use this as an example for a message, and then we maybe do another spread, just because this seems to be a very specific message. And so if you or cross-watcher, I invite cross-watchers to be here as well. You're more than welcome, especially in Scorpio videos, because you know it's always popping. So with that, it feels like somebody is having an insurmountable insurmountable anxiety, and is having a very difficult time opening up to a situation or to a person. But then if they choose to open up, it's like they're still holding on, which causes them regret in the end. So if that is your stance, Scorpio, it might be good to figure out inside, you know, why enter this if you feel like you're not going to commit to it, or if you feel like you're not going to be able to, I want to say also handle it. Some of you or whomever I'm talking to may also be afraid that whatever distance you've created with this person or energetic disruption has caused more sadness than maybe was initially thought to happen or intended to happen. But whatever it is, there's a huge blockage here in regard to communication. So I'm gonna get some clarifiers a little bit for some of these cards, and then we'll just get into a different spread if we can. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what the energies want to do. Okay. So for the Nine of Swords, you have the Sun coming out here. Very positive energy that's basically helping you to illuminate what it is that you need to communicate about. It's also starting to free up this mental energy where you're stuck inside of yourself and it's just harsh energy beating yourself up mentally. So with the sun, it's aha moments, it's feeling better about ourselves, it's coming to a new decision, understanding, it's new opportunities being presented. Generally, the sun is probably the most positive card in the deck. It's about new beginnings, change, positivity, really feeling yourself, and also kind of changing your life through healthier actions. And at the bottom of the deck for that, okay. So you have the Strength card here, and underneath the Strength card, you have the Star. So what this is telling me, you have 3 major arcana essentially coming out for this Nine of Swords, which is all mental constriction and restraint and worry. And so this is telling me that there is a positive change that can happen here if you choose to go through with this, if you choose to communicate, if you choose to not hold back anymore and restrict yourself. And again, this doesn't have to be just a relationship situation. This can also be work or wherever it is in your life that you're feeling like you're restricting yourself or your potential for something that you actually want, where it's very much for you, but the anxiety and the mental, constraint gets in the way. So with the Strength card here, it's about patience, it's about listening to yourself, understanding your needs, understanding your fears, and also understanding how long you've endured this level or cycle of being removed or keeping yourself removed due to fear, or wanting to control an outcome, or thinking that an outcome is already set in stone, because it's not. And I feel here that, like, while it may not work out in the exact way somebody is wanting it to work out, it's going to be beneficial. With the Star here, if I can pick it up, with the Star here, this is very much talking about trusting your intuition, trusting your inner guidance, knowing the direction that you want to go in. If you feel pulled to go in a direction towards a certain job, a certain person, to make amends, to really open yourself up, because it feels like there's some aspect here where we're just really clammed down and not opening up at all. And that's causing stagnation within yourself. And what it feels like is it's almost as if it's caused stagnation for such a long time that it feels like it can't be fixed. That's what I'm feeling. It's like there's been such a detachment that it feels like it can't be fixed, which I encourage you to reach out anyhow, just because through that time of detachment, it feels like there's been a level of growth here as well. And so it doesn't mean that, we all grow at the same time with our partners. It doesn't mean that we all, learn the same lessons, but it feels like somebody here has started to grow, change their perception of themselves, maybe let a little bit more spirituality in, letting a little bit more light into their darkness, opening up about the skeletons in their closets, like all of that kind of stuff seems like it had been very restricted. It seems like minimal information about the person was given, or it wasn't fully, they weren't fully giving to something, or their presence was kind of minimized or decreased just by them not feeling comfortable to give. That's what it feels like. Show me the Four of Pentacles, please. So with the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Wands, okay, coming through. Knight of Wands is an energy of get up and go, move forward, try new things. There's a lot of excitement in that card, but also if a connection in the past was primarily sexual, if it had an energy of that was its base core, in the relationship, I would say that might be a situation that this person is having to handle. And it may also be something I'm picking up that, like, this seems to be a pattern for this person, being in relationships that are either not loving, or they are there's an element of manipulation within the relationship so a person can get what they want out of it, which we all do to a degree. But like, if that is like the limit of where you've been in relationships, or like just giving a little bit but not actually like going full force into it, full throttle, like trusting, I think that aspect of somebody is now starting to really change. It's like we're feeling like we want to trust. It feels like we want to trust. We want to trust our process. We want to be able to have opportunities with people where we can exercise allowing ourselves to trust. That's what I'm picking up here. But it feels as if a realization of maybe past actions is also keeping this person restricted. That's what I'm feeling. But here at the bottom of the deck that came out for that Knight of Wands, I will say here, you do have the Two of Wands here, but under that is this Five of Cups. So you have the Five of Cups as the final card here too. So this is about new direction, choosing a different way to look at things, choosing a different way to access your own power, access the way that you value yourself. If in the past maybe you felt that like you couldn't connect with people other than on a sexual level, maybe it's time to actually start to give a little bit more or open yourself up a little bit more so you can have better relationships, cohesive relationships, relationships where you're able to become vulnerable and show your underbelly. And I feel that that seems to be like a really big restriction here for whomever I'm feeling for in this reading, is that there's been a very big restriction and disconnect from them in regard to how they feel. And so it's almost as if like either they don't feel like they're worth it or they don't feel like they can do that because it's too much of a commitment and it requires them to be too present. That's what I'm feeling. So, okay, show me the Death card. But also the Knight of Wands is about new beginnings in different ways. The only issue with that is that it's not long-lived. Most knights are not long-lived, but, you know, show me the Death card in reverse here for Scorpio, please. We might stick with this reading and not do another spread. I don't know. See here, now we have the Magician underneath the Death card in reverse. So here we come again, the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So here we come again. Somebody really feeling that there's this compulsion to open up, to communicate, to make something happen. And beneath this Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Beneath the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles. Beneath the Page of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So basically a person who is recognizing that certain cycles within their lives have basically caused them to not be able to connect, to not be able to commit, to restrict them from actually feeling their own feelings, you know, to resonate within their own feelings. I'm feeling like that is something that they've been cut off with or cut off from. But in this relationship, it feels like this Two of Cups was here at some point in the past. It was upright. And so with that, it's telling me that the energy here, there was a healing that came through this relationship. There was a recognition from another person, you know, your partner or whomever this is, friend. There was some sort of deep connection here that kind of pulled this person through and showed them certain things about themselves that allowed them to be able to eventually see where they were not showing up, or where they were not allowing themselves to experience, which actually feels like it tore everything apart, because fear can do that. Fear can definitely restrict us to the point where we just let go of things that are potentially really wonderful for us. And unfortunately, I will say this, Scorpio does that sometimes. There's, you know, especially if somebody is able to kind of get into, with other water signs, you know, sometimes even earth signs, it doesn't matter, but there are combinations within human beings, you know, astrological or not, where we open certain channels within ourselves and within others. It's almost like this, you know, ripple effect, this thing that happens. It's an exposure, and it challenges us. It challenges people to change, but also sometimes it's such a strong thing that it's really difficult to face it, especially if you don't feel like you're worthy or valuable or worth loving, you know, and oftentimes that just stems from ourselves. We really need to work on loving ourselves. So if that's part of it, you know, maybe that's part of the homework or the takeaway, is to love ourselves more, be more accepting of ourselves, be more accepting and open to our needs, and, you know, not necessarily just operate on a steady stream of desires and, you know, trying to fulfill like desires, because desires are great. But, you know, when you have a full relationship, when you have something that is actually, you know, all-encompassing on all levels, what a gift, you know. Sex is great, desire is great, but what a wonderful gift to actually be able to connect with somebody. And with Scorpios, you guys want to connect. It's like a driving force for you, but sometimes it's not as easy to do just because there's so much that you feel. There's a lot of confusion, that you pick up on things, like it's difficult. So I'm going to throw that out there. But with the Magician here, this is all about manifestation. It's all about new beginnings, change. And here with the Death card on top of it, it's really about making something happen very quickly to try and rectify here. Okay, I am concerned with that Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups in reverse for the last two cards, but we're going to see where it goes. Okay, so let's see what messages come through. Show me more for Scorpio. Show me this Two of Cups in reverse. Why is the Two of Cups in reverse for Scorpio? So you have the Five of Swords again. So, and then the Four of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So basically, this is somebody, again, kind of like I already reiterated that, or said, this is somebody that was selfish in their own right. They used a situation. They manipulated a situation for their benefit. And in the end, it's almost as if it caused it to dissolve. But now there's a desire to be with somebody. There's a desire to reach out, but we're still confused if we can. You know, it's like, how do I do that? And so we're holding on. We're not moving. We're not allowing anything to come through, come out. You know, this is still up. I prefer to see it in reverse just because it tells me that you're available to communicate. This is upright. This is upright. You have the Four of Pentacles upright twice here. You know, you have the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is generally somebody. Generally, what I will say, because this is coming through, it's somebody who can be very superficial. They're very much about the body, how it looks, how it smells, how it, you know, its optimal function. Like if you're fat or flabby, like no way, you know, it's somebody that potentially judges you for your physicality. It's somebody that pays attention to your money, or like if you make enough money, you know, and if you don't, then you're just not worth my time. It's that kind of person. And it feels like some of those aspects within this person, they're seeing that isn't how life works. Those aren't the qualities that actually make a human a human. They're not the qualities that actually, you know, bring somebody. Status is nothing. You know, status is really nothing. It's just a title, you know, and it's a lot of people kissing each other's asses, you know, and it feels like that is starting to resonate. They're realizing that the constructs and the way that they've thought of the world is changing. That's what it feels like. Or this could be you, whomever I'm speaking to. This is the energy that I'm picking up on. So I'm just going to say it. Okay. Show me. Yeah. But this situation dissolved because somebody was manipulative, verbally abusive, played mind games, played sexual games. You know, it is what it is. Show me the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, though, too, aside from somebody who's very physically attractive and also attracted to physically attractive people, you can talk about somebody who digs their heels in, who does not want to move forward. They're afraid to go, you know, they're afraid to move forward. And so they are very standoffish and they don't go anywhere. So you had three cards come out here for the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and I'm going to read them all. You have the Page, oh, you got four. So you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Three of Wands in reverse, and you have the Ten of Cups here. Okay, so what I'm feeling here for this energy is that the Knight of Pentacles is now coming up as the Page of Pentacles. So what it tells me is that this person might have their tail between their legs a bit, and they want to communicate. They would like to extend an offer, but the thing about it is truth needs to come through here. Truth and decision-making needs to come through here. And it feels like this person might think that they are ill-equipped in regard to doing that, just because pages are juvenile. They're young energies, you know, they're students, they're young energies, they want to get involved, you know, but here, this Knight of Pentacles, and this may just be that this person has taken forever. The Pentacles reference years, so this could be a situation where this person has been removed for years, but, you know, it is what it is. It could be somebody that's, you know, out of your life for a few months or a week or whatever. It doesn't matter. You'll know your situation if this resonates. So with that, though, we have the desire to communicate, the desire to come forward and make something happen. But with it, requires somebody to face their fear in communication. And I feel like this person feels inadequate, inept in regard to how they communicate their emotions and their feelings, because I'm not getting the Page of Cups. I'm getting the Page of Pentacles accompanying the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody who holds materialism and the tactical practical very, very strong. They don't see the airy-fairy. They don't go into the spirituality. It might be scary for them. It's new territory. But the thing about it is, there's something about this relationship or this connection that has it's awakened them to a new aspect of themselves. It may be spiritual. It may just be connected to love and how to love. I'm feeling like a longing from this person as well. The Three of Wands in reverse, this card often can talk about, it can talk about being very patient and waiting for what you want. Sometimes in reverse, it says we have, we're receiving finally what we've been waiting for. But in this situation, what it's feeling like here is that this was maybe something that this relationship or this connection, whether it be friend, job, work, lover, whatever it may be, the connection was good. It was something that they genuinely desired, but it feels like with the Three of Wands in reverse, they abandoned this situation. They let it go. They removed it from their lives and either went completely silent here or just held off with all these Four of Pentacles everywhere. But this is what was felt. This is what was experienced in the connection, the Ten of Cups, which I feel that this person has not experienced in their prior relationships, previous relationships. They have not, or maybe they have, but it's been to a degree. What I'm feeling here is that the connection that's happened within this situation has kind of given them a new understanding of what it means to love and be loved, to understand and respect that. There's an aspect of respect here that doesn't seem to be respect was not something that was their strong suit, or it wasn't considered at the time when you were together. There was a lack of respect, it feels like, in a lot of areas and levels in the connection. And it was just really about what that person wanted. And it seems like this person has grown a bit, but I also, if this is your energy or whomever this is for, I challenge you to actually communicate, because it will help you heal your experience. If you're feeling all of these things and you're not acting upon them, you're going to hold them inside, and it may eventually come out, but like, why not seize the moment now? Why not communicate now and actually go after that energy, go after that person, communicate your feelings, communicate what it actually meant to be in this relationship or this connection. And even if it doesn't go to the direction or course that you want it to, with this Five of Cups upright, this is about regret. This could just be this person feeling an immense amount of regret. We're going to see where this goes. To whomever this is for, I urge you and challenge you to really try to open yourself up. Because if you keep it in, you're just going to keep it in. Open yourself up and let yourself breathe, let yourself love, let yourself recognize what love is or what you've felt. And, try not to be scared of somebody else's, I guess, outcome or what they may or may not allow or accept in their lives. Like, just reach out. If you don't have the energetic wherewithal to be present for that, write a letter, write an email, communicate in some fashion. If you can't be face-to-face or on Zoom or whatever it is, like, write a letter, be communicative in a way, because it feels like it's going to help you. Because with this here at the bottom for all of that, this really tells me that it's like we're learning a level of respect. We're also learning to respect love and what it feels like to actually experience it, because it feels like there's been a restriction on somebody, whether they, used work as a crutch or work as an excuse to not be available. It's like that's their MO, they try to work so they can fill their time and experience with something that they don't have to feel. That's what I'm feeling. So let's get into this Five of Cups here. I'm not going to pull another spread, you guys. I think that this is probably good, okay? Show me the Five of Cups for Scorpio, please. I tell you, Page of Cups here, King of Knight of Swords underneath the Page of Cups, Page of Swords. So this person has been hoping, wanting, watching. This person wants to communicate. I feel again, though, too, that this energy is somebody that, because they feel out of connection with the way that they communicate their feelings and emotions, it may come out as abrupt, it may come out as harsh, it may come out as befuddled, not able to get their words across. So if you are the recipient of communication like that, try to facilitate a level of energy where this person can open up, because it seems like that is a huge challenge for this person. It's just the mere opening up, okay? So just FYI for that. All right. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be fairly self-explanatory. It's like this person has been waiting in the wings to figure out how and when to do this. And it feels like there's been so much time that has passed here that it's almost like a lost cause. But within that, I will say, time, whether or not we receive closure in situations, time does heal. Time does change perception and perspective in situations, and time changes people. We grow. So if it has been years, which it feels like for this particular reading, and whatever it is for you, it could be weeks, it could be days, it could be months, whatever it is, it feels like this energy, it's this person needing to face their fears. And if you are able to facilitate that for them in a positive way, you will be helping them grow. But the point I'm trying to say is, where the time, you also have been able to heal aside from this person. You also have changed your perspective. You also have gotten new insights within things. You may have been looking in on them too. Generally, it goes both ways, you know, when we have deep connections like this. So I'll say that, you know, you've also had time to grow. So with that little bit of information, maybe you're in a place where you can facilitate a situation where it's calm, where it's open to communicate freely, where you can allow this person to open up in an easier way and not judge them or fight them, or, you know, just kind of let this person talk, because it feels like it's not just about apologizing. This is like a life lesson for this person. And even if it doesn't go in the direction that either of you want it to, change will be made, and it's transformational on an internal level for both parties. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to pull a little bit of advice here. Show me advice for this reading for Scorpio, please. So you have the Ten of Wands coming out, you guys, here. The Ten of Wands. And at the bottom, you have the Hierophant. So wanting to connect, wanting to communicate. Underneath the Hierophant, you have the Eight of Cups, which is about letting go. It's about releasing situations, stepping away from things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling. And that's kind of what it feels here, kind of what I think I said towards the beginning of the reading. Like, it may not go in the direction that somebody is anticipating or hoping, but sorry about the squeaking. I can't help that. He's walking around upstairs. My friend, we live in a very old house now. I just moved. I think I said it in the intro. But anyways, 10 of Wands here. This is really about letting go of guilt, letting go of things that have burdened us, allowing ourselves to just kind of release things that we've held on to, ideas, fears, you know, restrictions, things that have really just been kind of ruling us. It's allowing us to release those energies and just kind of let them go, okay? The Hierophant, it can talk about commitment. I almost don't even feel that this card, though, is like speaking to me right now. I feel like it's just a card at the bottom of the deck, but the Hierophant can talk about commitment. It can also talk about, you know, people who have, you know, whether it be through religion, whether it be through family conditioning, traditionalism, like there's an aspect here that may have kept somebody from accepting or experiencing a relationship or connection in a deeper way because of how they were raised or whatever restrictions they have, you know. Generally, the Hierophant will talk about a lot of family, you know, relational stuff with families, traditional aspects of family life, and religion, and, you know, you can't marry a black person if you're white. Well, why not? It's a human being. Well, we just don't do that. Well, now we do, you know? So change the record, break the record that's broken already. It's okay to release yourself, and it's okay to feel. And I would encourage you to do that, because it feels like somebody here has been beating themselves up, but also restricting themselves and deflecting by overworking, doing things that are going to not allow them to feel this. And so now the wave of this is coming through, and it's going to push shit open. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you, Scorpio. I love you guys. Again, thank you so much for your patience with me being on this channel and coming back. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.